Well, hello. We're going to be doing our yoga 12-step chair class. So grab your seat in a chair that doesn't have any wheels on it. Let your feet be flat on the earth. And for this session, it's really important to have the crown of the head stretching upward towards the sky. We're going to be focusing on the seventh energy center, which sits here at the crown of the head, and it's said to extend up and out like a lotus flower with 1,000 petals that are reaching upward. So you want to try not to slouch or drop your head. Keep your back straight. If the back of the chair helps support that, great. Otherwise, you can scoot forward a little bit. You want to have the feet planted into the earth, but the crown of the head rising up. And I'm going to invite you to do the Gyan mudra today, the mudra of knowledge. Mudra means gesture. So we're touching the index finger and the thumb. The other fingers are extending. This is a traditional gesture. You'll see a lot of yoga practitioners doing this in meditation. So if it suits you to do a more meditative posture, if you want to sit on the floor or even cross your legs, I can do a little half of it here, maybe sometimes full. There you go. So this would be a more traditional posture for yoga, but for most of us, feet flat on the floor. Crown of the head rising. And then when you close your eyes, you're going to be gazing upward, either at the third eye, which was that sixth chakra, or the crown of the head. So eyes closed, but gazing upward softly. And we're going to start by noticing our breath, watching the inhale flow to the exhale. And if opening your eyes feels better for you, then just gaze softly past the tip of your nose. And see if you can start to quiet the mind, quiet the thoughts. The yogis say that true knowledge and understanding comes from the higher mind. So this is past what we consider the mind of the intellect. This is a past that mental projection that we use in school or when we're thinking about something. So you want to allow yourself to let go of that thinking mind, that critical mind, and extend upward to a higher sort of consciousness. So easiest way to do that is deep breathing. Follow the flow of the breath and give yourself permission to drop the mind and the mind stuff. And slowly inhaling and slowly exhaling. We allow ourselves to find this sweet spot where we're still conscious and aware, but not judging or projecting. Become aware of the crown of the head and the energy descending downward from above. There are two currents of energy that we discuss in the yoga practice. One that descends down from the crown of the head, straight through the body, straight through all the chakras, and out through the base of the spine and into the earth. And then there's the ascending current that rises from the base of the spine up through the body, out the crown of the head, and continues out to this universal consciousness or expansiveness. So a lot of times when we're working on this crown chakra, I invite people to do this breath that is a central channel breath. In this central channel breath, you inhale from the base of the spine up and feel the energy coming through the heart, through the neck and throat, through the third eye, up through the crown of the head, reaching out. On your exhalation, you feel the breath coming down through the crown of the head, again through these upper chakras into the heart, and through the central body, descending down and out the base of the spine. So you're inhaling up through the central channel, out the head, and you're exhaling downward through the central channel and out the base of the spine. You remember the colors of all the energy centers and you want to bring those colors in when you're passing through, you're welcome to add that layer. Or you can focus on the violet color at the crown of the head when the energy either ascends out or descends down. That's a portal. So this universal consciousness can come and descend down into our physical body through that portal. And we can also ascend from the physical body out through that portal, out through the crown of our head, and become more aware of all of that universal consciousness that we are a part of. Usually you feel a little bit more connected to one of those currents. Some people love the upward current, they love to be expansive, and many people long for the downward current that brings us into our body, into the awareness of our physical being here on the planet. And I will go a little bit farther to say that whatever current you're less connected to is the one you want to work with more, right? And I think for a lot of us working through addiction and recovery, it's that downward current that we want to work with more. I think that the upward current is maybe what got us in a little bit of trouble. I'll go out and say. But here we are at our 12th step. So at this point, maybe you're starting to find more balance, or maybe this is starting to feel more comfortable. So let's just take a few more of these central channel breaths and noticing for you where you are. And how you can bring more of that understanding in. We're going to be bringing our awareness back by bringing our hands to our heart center into the Anjali mudra, or the gesture of prayer, bowing our head. And coming into step 12. Step 12 says, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we try to carry the message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all of our affairs. So this is where it all comes together. We've been practicing, we've had a spiritual awakening, and now, as a yogi would say, our dharma, or our purpose maybe, is to spread or share this message with others. Sometimes this message is shared in a meeting where we get up and share our story. Sometimes in a private way with a sponsee. And bigger, right? bigger ways. So maybe some of you are working in a facility for addiction and recovery, and you're really sending this message out. In whatever that is, and in whatever that way is, we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to send our hands upward, and then we're going to release the arms out and around. And we've been doing this, so this should feel quite comfortable. So the intention now, today, is, we're reaching up for deeper wisdom and understanding. Think of that violet light. Maybe you want to bring down a violet light around the body. You're inhaling, you're reaching up for deeper wisdom and understanding. And even if we've had that spiritual awakening, it's an ongoing thing, right? So we're always looking to deepen and to expand our knowledge and understanding. So as you're inhaling, we're always reaching for more wisdom and understanding. Let's do a couple more rounds. Inhaling, reaching up for deeper wisdom and understanding. Maybe bringing that violet light down. Some of you who are really aware might be feeling tingling at the crown of the head. As you focus on this chakra, you may feel that as a little bit of energy there. And we're going to finish by taking those hands around behind us, interlacing your fingers, opening your heart, looking up. You can reach the knuckles back. This is a nice heart opener, and I want you to just allow your gaze to go upward, right, towards the sky, that unlimited consciousness, universal consciousness, expansion, heaven, all of the things. And maybe releasing the hands, bringing them back into your heart center. We're going to be reversing the order of that. So on the inhalation, let's take the arms out, reaching upward towards that universal consciousness. Bring the violet light down through your body, down into you. And that represents the wisdom, the understanding. So you're inhaling again, reaching up for that, and bringing it in. Deeper wisdom and understanding. And allowing it to land, however it's going to land for you tonight, that wisdom and understanding. How's it coming in? Again, clear the thinking mind, be open. And just breathe. Connect. Maybe one more time. Up. And all the way in. And just rest it here at the heart for a couple of deep breaths. You may want to be dedicating this practice to somebody that you know that's really struggling. I know you know someone. It could even be you. But dedicating your practice through this prayer so that we can send out our experience, strength, and hope to whoever it is that's suffering, and keeping that person in mind for the rest of your practice, maybe that you're dedicating this practice to them, and energetically sending out that experience, strength, and hope. And then we can release the hands for a moment. We're going to do something for each one of the chakras, because the energy to flow up and down needs to go peacefully and smoothly through these energy centers. So the first thing we're going to do is a forward bend, reaching for the earth, to connect to the first chakra, which is located at the base of the spine and extends to the legs and the feet. Hinge from the hips, maybe just lean in or reach all the way down, dropping your head. Take several deep breaths here. Remembering that the first chakra is representing the element of the earth. So we're connecting with the earth. The color is red. You might even be pressing the feet into the earth and really rooting and feeling this connection and bringing the red light up your feet, up your legs to the base of the spine. If you've not been feeling grounded lately, if you've been having some issues with your place here on the earth, and feeling secure about that, you want to stay here a little longer. Push the pause button. Otherwise, we'll slowly come up back to that seated pose, feeling the energy of still being rooted and connected through the first chakra. Then as we go into the second one, it's at the sacral center. It's the element water. And the color here is orange. So I'd like you to just start those slow moving circles and bringing in the churning waters of the second chakra, breathing that orange light all the way around. And you can check in here, right? Have I been feeling fluid? Have I been feeling the ability to move with ease? Or am I feeling stuck? That's some of the energy here. And you can take it in the opposite direction, and you're always welcome to, again, hit pause at any one of these chakras and stay longer doing whatever it is that I'm suggesting. And for now, we're going to come back, lengthen the spine, and notice if you're feeling that energy coming up, right? First chakra, grounding, rooting. Second chakra, movement and fluidity. Moving into the solar plexus chakra, the third one of the fiery will. Yellow is courage, it's will, and it is shining our light for the whole world to see. So here we're going to do just a little side bends to open up this part of the solar plexus. So inhale, one arm up over the head, bending over to the opposite side. And focus here on the sides of the body, the oblique muscles. Those are deep core muscles. Now, if you want to work the core a little more, you might reach with both arms over. And you can really feel the muscles here might even shake a little bit. Breathe. Feel that yellow light rise. And then we're going to lower both of our arms, come back up. We'll do the other side in a moment. You might be feeling the fiery energy of this chakra, right? This is fire, so it brings up heat. And heat gets things moving. Water gets things moving, really, but the heat and the fire, that brings the transformation, right? So we have to do a little bit more work. Let's inhale the other arm up. Start bending over to the side. Again, focus on the side body, the opening in the side. If you really want to work, bring that other arm up as you're reaching across. Breathe. Maybe don't go to the point where you're shaking really hard, but if you come to that edge where there's, past comfort, just a little bit reaching past that comfortable point where you're like, oh, if I go any further, I might be in that shaking place. And breathe. And that's where you're going to feel the heat come up. yellow light. And we're going to come up and release that again. And you might be feeling a lot of energy. You feel these lower elementals, they really change, don't they? You can feel how the fire has now moved up to here, and we're going to move into the heart center. The fourth chakra is air, right? The airy quality. Airy quality. So deep breaths. We did the mudra around the back, interlace the fingers before. Now we're going to give ourselves a hug. So pull your shoulders forward, give yourself a big hug, breathe into your heart, and feel the green energy of this chakra emanating from the center of the heart down your arms to your hands, and really feel that you're giving yourself a loving embrace. Love is the whole energy here. And this is the bridge between the lower and the upper chakras. So everything has to pass through here, everything. And you can think about that in life, in sobriety, any of it. Everything passes through the heart. Everything passes through the energy of love. And can you feel how the loving energy and the airy quality is actually just kind of tempering that fire? Maybe it's a lot less. Whatever arm's underneath, switch by inhaling up. And exhale, wrap the other arm under. Give yourself that equal loving embrace. Lots of green light all out. You're spreading it out. You take love in, you give love out. And just breathe it. Some people like to stay here all day, right? We're gonna inhale those arms up again, one more time. Exhale, reach around the back, clasp your hands like we did before. Lower the knuckles, reach up, open your heart. Breathe into the chest, lots of loving energy here, lots of love. And then we're going to release those hands. And again, if you want to stay there longer or do the hugs or the opening more, stay in your heart longer, feel free. The energy ascends a little bit more to the throat. Look at this tiny little chakra compared to your heart. The heart is so big and open. Everything funnels through here. This is a detoxification process, and it is our communication center. So lots of things get stuck here. As we're moving up, we can get, hit with a lot of stuff. And this is where I see a lot of people get stuck. The energy is ascending nicely, and then wham, locks down. So let's stretch the neck. Bring your chin to your chest. Take some deep breaths. Roll your head to one side. Maybe bring that hand to the top of the head and guide it over. Take some deep breaths. If you need to drop the other arm, let it go ahead and reach down, opening into the side. We're going to release that, roll the chin to the chest, over to the other side. Same thing, maybe that hand comes up, other arm goes down, we're stretching it out. Fully breathing. What I recommend is if there's one side of the neck that's tighter than the other, maybe you go back to that side or stay on that side. The neck can move 6 ways. So far we've done 3, forward, side to side. So we're going to drop the chin to the chest, lift it back up carefully. turn it to one side. This is the fourth move. Turn it. Look back. Don't twist the chest, just the neck. Remember that the color here is light blue. So start to really filter that light blue color through this energy center. Some people talk about the higher heart center. So as it leaves the chest and comes up, it's like a turquoise type color. And then it gets really light blue as it comes in. And it comes all the way up to the jawline here. Into your mouth, into your teeth. Turn the head the other way. Fifth movement. And as you release it, sixth movement, final one, arch up. Maybe pull the bottom lip over the top one. And release. See if that's feeling a little bit more open. If not, take your tongue and roll it around the teeth a couple times, in front of the teeth. That energy center needs to be open so we can move to the third eye, the seat of intuition, insight, and vision. We're going to do just a quick eye roll. So take your eyes to 12 o'clock and slowly go around the clock, past 6, and back up to 12 o'clock, then the other way. 12, counterclockwise to 6, and back up. And if you remember from the 6th chakra class, you can stop at each number and you can hold and breathe. You can, again, work this one a lot more if you like. The color here is indigo. So gazing at the third eye center, bring in the indigo light, bathe your whole head in that indigo color. And then shoot it up to the crown of the head where we bring in the violet light again, violet light at the crown of the head. And I'm going to introduce you to one last thing tonight, 1,000 tiny points of light. We're going to engage every muscle in our body and squeeze it tight. The belly, the arms, the legs, the toes, the anus and buttocks, the shoulders, the chest, the head. Squeeze everything in towards the middle. And when you can't squeeze anymore, squeeze tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And just keep squeezing and squeezing and squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. And release. And you want to notice this kind of explosion of energy, this open, expansive energy. 1,000 points of light all around you. Maybe you can feel that. And especially at the crown of the head, the tingling, the violet light. And you can take a moment to sit back and notice if there is any other place that you need to go back to. You need to go back to a chakra and work it more. Then go back to one of the previous classes and work that step again and work that class again. So as you bring your hands to the heart, I'm going to leave you with the 12th step one more time. Having had a spiritual awakening, as a result of these steps, we tried to carry the message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all of our affairs. And we'll close it by inhaling the hands up, sending out that experience, strength, and hope to all those suffering in whatever their addiction is here on the planet. So on the inhale, reach this back out, reach up. And bring that in for yourself. Place your hands against your heart. I have really felt very privileged to bring these chair yoga classes to you for the 12 steps. I hope that you enjoy them. If you do, please pass them on to someone else you know that could benefit from them. So I want to thank you so much. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Go out there and be that light.